Hey everybody, it's Catherine from Sacred Heart Alchemy. Just finished up my walk here at the park and thought I would drop in and just speak for a few minutes to this, what do I want to call it? Issue, I guess, of needing reminders. So when I was on one of my coaching calls today, we were talking about how we get our message out, to our clients or potential clients. And I said, I feel like I've been saying the same thing for 20 years. I don't know how many different ways I can say it. And, everyone was very kind in reminding me that everybody needs to hear things over and over and over again. And, I have so many areas of interest, mostly around trauma and healing trauma and women's empowerment and, the healing of the divine feminine, but also about, alternative therapy and tapping and, somatic work. And so there's a lot that I could talk about in any given moment. And so sometimes I literally drive myself crazy and then get stuck because I have too much and I can't figure out what to say. But as I was getting in my car, again, I had this little nudge to share this. So sometimes even when we get the same information over and over again, if you're anything like me, you might be a little slow on the uptake, or you might be a little resistant with the message, or you may need to be, gently knocked on the head with it a few times to really get you to sit up and take notice. So my experience is kind of funny just in the last 2 days. So yesterday I was guided to pull an oracle card from the beautiful Mother Mary deck by Alana Fairchild. And the message was from Our Lady of Inner Peace. And it was really just this beautiful message about slowing down, trusting that, all the guidance, all the support, all the protection is there, that to get out of the do, which, can be my downfall, and more into the beingness, right? Bringing in a lot of trust. And it was really such a beautiful message. I love this card deck because, there's a little quote and then there's a longer message and then there's always a little healing practice at the end. So did the healing practice. It was really lovely. I had the card out. And then I was listening to a recording of a call that I had done with someone, for a call for myself with a spiritual angel communicator. And she had reminded me about the Stuart Pearce's card deck of the archangels, which I have, but I haven't been using very often. So this morning I decided I was going to pull a card because I've been wanting to sort of feel more of the energy. I got a bug in my hair of the archangels and try to sense if I could figure out who it is, because I rarely know who is coming through. So I did my little meditation this morning. I just asked for the highest guidance to come through, and I pulled a card from Archangel Raziel. And these are beautifully, the graphics on these cards are gorgeous, and all of the archangels show up as orbs. So you don't really see them in this full angelic, way that we generally do. So they're these beautiful orbs. And the card that I pulled was Retreat. And it was a picture of one of the pyramids with the sphinxes in the front. It was just beautifully done. And of course, the message was slow down, take a breath, everything is fine, nothing will be served by rushing through things. Sort of a similar message that I had gotten yesterday from Mother Mary. And, maybe in my desire to get a slightly different message. Hi, Eileen. Nice to see you here. Hannah, Tori. I went back to the Mother Mary deck. I was guided to pull another card, and I pulled another. Well, they're all beautiful, but the card that I pulled today from the Mother Mary deck was Our Lady of Answered Prayers. like it makes my heart expand just to even say the name of the card. And it was, again, so beautifully illustrated. And once again, same message, right? 3 times in a row to get my attention. And it was slow down, trust that your prayers are already answered. Everything that you desire is known in the spiritual realm. And again, beautiful, confirming, supportive message. So I guess I just wanted to share that this is a message that is not new to me, and certainly not to a lot of people, because I think, we're all being asked to slow down, to turn inward, to stop looking for external guidance and validation, and really begin to drop into our own deep intuition, our own inner knowing, our own higher selves, our own guidance, our teams in service. And particularly as the energies continue to ramp up in this upward spiral of the ascension process that we're in. And literally, and don't ask me how this works from a scientific perspective, but time is speeding up. And I think we all feel that, right? We just feel like time is going by so fast. Like I started to write my June newsletter today. It was like, how did it get to be June already? Like, what the hell happened to the whole first half of the year, right? I don't know if you're all feeling like that, but wow, I certainly am. So recognize that we all, fall into that trap of needing to, not trap, it's just being human. I don't mean, trap is such not a good word to use there. It's just our human aspect. It's our ego wanting to be in charge, wanting to analyze and figure things out and control in its effort to keep us safe and in the same old patterns, right? So we're not shaming that aspect of ourselves. We're just saying it's not the best part of ourselves to have in the driver's seat, right? So slowing it down, letting the ego know it can relax. We can listen to our guidance. We can take it in. We can trust it. And we can follow it. So that's, I think, pretty much what I want to say. So just, the blessings of Mother Mary and Archangel Raziel shining down on you this evening, this beautiful spring evening. And just know that we're all in this together. We're all having our days when we're feeling right on top of it and remembering, all the high vibration things to do. And then there are other days when we kind of forget and we drop back into that ego that wants to catastrophize or resist or forget. Yeah, stay in the now. That's the message. And, God bless us if we can do that. But the more we can, I think we will support the movement of this ascension process, the more we can stay grounded in the present moment. And it's also, I kept talking because I knew there was something else I wanted to say and it wasn't quite coming through, but it is the energy of the divine feminine, right? So, we know that we are anchoring this divine feminine energy more and more onto the planet, right? I think anybody who listens to me is part of the team, right? Where we all showed up here to anchor this new feminine energy and be part in whatever way we all have our own part to play in the healing of the wounding of the feminine, whether that's been individually in our own lives, and certainly in the collective, right? Especially as, the matriarchal rule was dismantled through the patriarchy. And, we've just had so many years of suppression and repression and being sexualized, and at the same time, being not given a choice. We're either a virgin or a whore, right? That was a message for a long time. So just know we're all in this together. I read this years ago on Peggy Black's Morning Messages, list of her multidimensional beliefs. And it always stayed with me that every act of personal healing is also an act of collective healing. Hey, PJ, nice to see you. Coming in from, are you in Chicago? Yeah, so every act of personal healing is also an act of collective healing, right? Every time each of us heals something, no matter how small, every time each of us raises our vibration, even the tiniest bit, all of that is supporting the healing and the raising of the vibration in the collective. Sunny, warm Chicago. Awesome. You don't hear that much about Chicago. All right, my friends, I am going to wrap it up here and go home and grab some dinner. So have a beautiful rest of your evening and week, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.